What is up, everybody? It's the Inhuman one here, and today we're going to be playing the Dredge demo. This is chapter 1, so I'm assuming that there's going to be subsequent chapters that are released that kind of expand upon the story or whatnot. So the actual game was released on March 30th of this year, and if you want to play the full game, links to it will be in the description down below. But let's go ahead and give it a shot. I've actually never played this game before. This is simply just the demo that is available for those of you who aren't sure if you want to purchase it yet. So we're going to go ahead and play through right now and see exactly what we can find. Now, this is apparently a story about a fisherman, but it does end up having some, let's just call it Lovecraftian influences as you progress through the game. Job listing, angler wanted. I'm assuming that's us. The old bearded man. Oh wow. Okay. He did not see that rock there. I guess that lighthouse did not do its job. Monday, day 1. Looks like it's 6 a.m. I'm assuming. The morning light fills your eyes, and you try to sit upright. You're lying on the cold, wet dock where you collapsed the night before. A short man is shouting orders at a handful of workers disembarking from a boat nearby. The man notices you. Welcome to Greater Morrow. I must say, quite the dramatic first impression. I see you've already introduced yourself to the jagged rocks along the bay. Did you not see the lighthouse? It was shining right at you. Ah, well, I'm glad to see our new fisherman upright and breathing. Your boat was hopelessly damaged, but I've had a few of the locals move your things to one of our old vessels. We'll catch up later to discuss more details. I'll let you get out there to catch some fish. See if you can fill your cargo while you get your bearings in the light. Finally, I don't suppose I need to say this, but get back by sundown before the fog rolls in. Keep a close eye on the time. It can really creep up on you. Okay, so we need to be mindful of the time. I saw that like a side quest was referred to as a pursuit up in the top left corner. Let's see, is this all point and click type stuff? Nope, I have no opportunity. Okay, so X. X is my menu. Here we have the cargo, and then we have cabin. So those are our pursuits. Catchable fish types, just coastal right now. Boat speed 24 knots. I'm assuming I'm no no seaman. Fishing speed 85%. Okay, we've got the basic fishing pole. It is operational. 35% speed. Splintered and fragile. This rod is only capable of catching the smallest fish. And we have a peculiar engine. 2 hours to install it. 14 knots. Someone's turned this engine in an unfamiliar way. Whatever they did seems to have given it more power than normal. Alright. Now for our pursuits we have, our cabin, I'm sorry, we have pursuits, map, encyclopedia, and messages. So in order to begin our very first pursuit called a fresh start, we'll go ahead and see about catching this fish. Met the mayor of Greater Morrow, who sent me to catch some fish and find my bearings. Seems nice enough. Warned me to be back before nightfall, though said something about fog. Bit dramatic. The tasks are, let's see. The mayor asked me to catch as many fish as I can, then head back to Greater Morrow. Very redundant. Love it. There's no way you get confused. We have 0 messages, 0 of 12 to be precise. That means there's probably 12 messages we can find. Look like messages in a bottle. And we have the map. We don't have this available in the demo, it seems. So there's 4 major islands, and then we have this one right here. And you can see the Joy-Con drift just having a hell of a time. The Joy-Con drift is real. Let's see. And then this is kind of like, I guess, our bestiary for each of the individual areas. The Marrows, Gale Cliffs, Stellar Basin, Twisted Strand, Devil's Spine, Open Ocean. Then we have some exotic and aberrations. So that's pretty cool. Maybe different types of creatures that we will encounter. And maybe these here are not only rare, but also creatures that are specific to, or maybe influenced by, the Lovecraftian type lore and design. So that's interesting, really cool. All right, move forwards with the left stick. Oh, I mean, come on, it's easy, easy peasy. Rotate the camera, adjust the height. We're good. Can I fish here? How does one fish? I think I want to be right on it. Okay. Start fishing. Press Y at the right time. Oh, okay, that's easy. So, let's see. In disturbed water, which was like those little pockets or those bubbles we saw there, kind of indicative of fish in most games. We got a medium stock coastal fish. So we can place it. Yeah, I mean, let's place it, right? Alright. It's a blue mackerel. Fresh. And practically worthless, but enough to stave off hunger. Hey, that works for me. Start fishing. Another blue mackerel. We're just monsters. Okay. Uh-oh, this one's even bigger. Look at us go. Do I have to... I wonder if I can keep fishing here. I saw that... let me see. Boom. A trophy caught. 27.6 centimeters. That's a big boy. Nice. That's a trophy. I guess because it's the largest one we've got so far. Alright. Do I run into this, or what does this do? A floating buoy. It serves to mark safe passage past dangerous rocks and obscured hazards. Its dim light also provides a brief respite in the gloom of the night. So maybe just a way for us to search or explore through if we need, I guess if it is nighttime and we're desperately needing to return back to dock, we can use those lights. Let's see. You don't have the right equipment for this spot. Okay, so this is too shallow, I suppose. Light up the night. Stronger lights lessen the effects of panic. Okay. We have a foghorn, a loud horn that makes your presence known, and a spyglass. Get a closer look. You can identify fishing spots at a distance. Interesting, okay. Oh, there's my little light. Let's see. Is this appropriate? I can fish here. More coastal, medium type fish. I'll pay attention now. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh, we got some cod. A species was added to our encyclopedia. That is an awkward little fish. Let's rotate this little guy. Okay. Plentiful and basic. 78 centimeters. That's a big boy. Let's go see what other kind of fish there are, based on the silhouette anyways. That's going to be too shallow, right? Yep. That I could have assumed. This is fun. I mean, this could definitely be something that we get hooked on. This is going to be more of the mackerel, it seems. Yeah, more mackerel. These are tiny, but that's fine. We'll leave this little guy there. Ooh, what's this? I see a message in a bottle just off the way. So I don't have whatever equipment I need to pick up things like the wood. Maybe this is how we construct or fix our damaged boat or ship. The 20th of August, 1927. Let's take a look at that. The morning of the second day of the honeymoon, and our first day proper. Today we're sailing around the islands and inlets at the back of Greater Morrow. I love the rocks here. The layers and colors are so striking. Furthermore, the fishing is relatively poor in these shallows, so I know he will keep his hands on the wheel instead of the rods. He renamed the boat last night, Julie. He did a fancy renaming ceremony and everything. I think he took that more seriously than the wedding. Supposedly, it's very important to perform it correctly, lest you want ill fortune to follow the vessel. He wanted to throw away everything with the old name on it, but I kept the keychain. Ocean's Riches was a good name. I think he has prepared a surprise picnic lunch. I can see the basket half hidden, stuffed under a blanket at the front of the cabin. I love it when he tries to be romantic. I think I saw something over there. Let's go do some exploring. It says select your lights by holding L, then toggling. Yep, we got them on now. Can I grab this, or do I need special equipment? All that's left of this boat is an old husk. You pull a little closer. Look inside or leave. We found some items. Nice. You can return to these items later. Oh. An iron chain. Lumber. A citrine ring. I'm sure we can sell that for some cash. There goes that good old Joy-Con drift. A gold ring clasping a glowing citrine. And a research part. A curious looking component could be used to develop new equipment, but would need some investigation at a dock first. This is cool. Now, I don't know if I'll have sufficient space for the lumber. Well, if I get creative, I will. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, it's getting dark. Let's inspect this first. It's getting a little creepy, actually. A slab of rock juts from the water, bearing crude symbols of curved fish. At its base, a rough shape has been chiseled away. Now, I'd be very curious if I need to actually place a fish in here, the cod, for example, and then maybe even the mackerel because of their shape, and perhaps this is a kind of sacrifice or something, a sacrificial slab that we place fish inside. That's interesting. I would love to explore that a bit more. What is this? Oh, they're all okay. Well, it is incredibly dark, and now finding our way home is just going to be that much more difficult. Exposure to fog and other things increases your panic. Bright lights and sleeping will reduce it. Yeah, that's bad. Well. Let's see. I wish I actually remembered the way home. I'm assuming this might be the dock. We're certainly panicked, that's for sure. Dock. Alright, that wasn't too bad. The dock worker says, "You look lost, fisherman. Are you after somewhere to sell your catch? Greater Mara is on the west side of the bay. Keep an eye on the lighthouse, eh? Wouldn't want to lose sight of it for too long." Oh, darn it. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques. The shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you over silver spectacles. "Hello, is that, no, I don't believe we've met. Forgive me, my eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques and jewelry. I'll purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you got anything nice with you today, perhaps?" "I believe I do." I say we sell this. That's probably all we have to sell, in fact. An old iron chain, I'll keep that. Okay, so there's, obviously we have the trader here, and then we can undock, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's look for the lighthouse. Oh, there it is. Okay, that giant beam of light there, that's probably where we need to go. So it seems like this fog causes panic. Now, if you look to the left, there's also... Oh, ball. Hull damaged. The lumber was lost overboard. That is not good. That just appeared out of nowhere. That is insane. So you can see now how difficult it's going to be to navigate in the darkness. I just lost the lumber. Now, I'm not sure if that means I lost the... Yep, the lumber that I had actually collected is now gone. Wow. So we need to be very careful in the dark, it seems. You see this big spire of light here? That's possibly something that we'll need. Something slithers into your cargo hold. Uh-oh. What does that mean? I guess we can discard it and get rid of it. We certainly don't want that in our catch, right? That is insane. This is already taking a nice turn. I love it. You step onto the dock at Greater Morrow. The mayor is waiting nearby. Ah, I see you returned in one piece. Very good. Before you head off to town, we should discuss the matter of your boat. As I mentioned earlier, your old boat was too badly damaged to be repaired. However, I'm more than happy to sell you that replacement vessel, yours to own. I understand you may not have the necessary funds on hand, so we'll consider it a loan, but I want to make this easy for you. Until your debt is repaid, a tiny portion of your fish sales will go towards paying it off. A small amount of interest will go towards improving the town. Wow, that's almost as if you planned this, Mr. Mayor. So, to recap, you'll need to sell fish to the local market, paying off your debt, and in turn keeping the population fed and satisfied. Understand? Where do I sell the fish? Our local fishmonger will appraise and purchase what you catch. He's open all hours. Off you go then. Sell those fish while they're still fresh. So let's go to the local fishmonger here. You enter a squalid shack on the fringe of the marketplace. The familiar smell of fish fills the air. Flies buzz haphazardly around a downcast man behind the counter. You're the new fisherman, eh? Surprised they found a new one so fast. What happened to the other one? Heh, it takes a certain type of person to last out here. It's not a life for everyone. Anyway, to business. I'll pay you for fish bigger and fresher means more money. Some species are just worth more too. Other towns on other islands might pay you different, but while you've still got a debt outstanding here, I'd suggest you work on paying it off first. So let's see what you got. Yeah, I think this is going to be definitely one I'd like to sell. I would like to see the difference between this too. $8 and $6. So the trophy fish, that's cool. We could just sell all fish by holding Y. I don't think that's a problem at all. So we've sold 6 fish, gained $46.72, and our debt has been adjusted by about $8. So yeah, that's going to be quite some time. I wish there was a way for us to see our total debt. You know, if we look at our eye, it says Tuesday, day 2. It looks like we're still a little bit distressed. So I'm interested in what all that means. The mayor is standing outside the fishmonger's store. Excellent work. I have no doubt you'll be able to provide for this town. Look here, I found this down by the docks. I'm sure someone like you could make something out of it. Why don't you take it? Okay, this is another research part. Oh, one last thing. Our local shipwright mentioned she might be able to make some modifications to your ship. You should pay her a visit. Alright. So we have ship loan repayments, $41.76 remaining. So fortunately for us, this is back whenever, you know, you could use a penny to get a loaf of bread. So $41.76 for a total loan repayment. That is very doable. I like that. Oh, when times were simpler. As you walk into the yard, you see the shipwright making repairs to a damaged hull. She looks up at you briefly before turning back to her work. You must be the new fisherman. I can make improvements to your vessel in the yard. Mind you, I'm not in the business of doing favors around here. Payment is up front, and everything takes some time to install. Also, if you take on any damage from the rocks, or any damage at all, I can patch it up, mostly. She shrugs and gestures towards the hole she's currently attempting to repair. A number of wooden boards, all well above the waterline, are splintered and scratched. Take a look around. Just remember, the bigger the equipment, the longer it takes to install, so plan ahead. Alright. So this would be an improved Weighted line. Okay, so you can also catch in the shallow. And this is a simple skimmer. Okay, so for half the price. Understood. Rusty outboard engine. Won't get far with this. Okay. Shipwright trawl nets. Shipwright lights. Better than a candle. Just. Alright, so now we are back here. The only other thing I can see is my storage and of course research. So, use parts to research new equipment. Researched equipment will appear for sale in shops. So we have rods. All different type. We can catch, oh wow, volcanic. Mangrove, coastal. This is a little bit of everything. This is amazing looking. Abyssal and hadal. Wow, like I'm thinking hadal is actually a layer of the ocean floor and sea, and it's one of the lowest layers, and it's of course in reference to Hades. Okay, so none of these are available in the demo. Improved engines. Okay, engines, pots, and nets. So currently at this time we don't really have the means to do any kind of research, it seems. If we rest, it looks like we have the ability to fix our panic. It's gonna be a lot of fun. This actually looks like my kind of game. Somewhat relaxing, but you also have quite a bit to manage, so I'm really enjoying this. Okay, we're gonna venture out just a little further, and what I want to do this time is I want to catch some cod, and I want to place them in that sacrificial looking altar. Here we go. We're gonna start fishing. Oh no, we depleted the stock. Okay. Well, now we know that we can deplete these little disturbed areas here. That's what that stock meant. For whatever reason, I kept thinking that was referring to the level of the water, but no, it's very much so referring to the amount of fish available. Medium stock here, so we should be fine. We're now back to low stock. We'll go ahead and completely get rid of all the rest of the fish here. Why not? And then we'll go catch some more cod. And then we'll try and place them in that rock if I can find it. So I'm going to try and place the fish. Maybe we can actually sacrifice them to this area here. A slab of rock juts from the water bearing crude symbols of curved fish. Okay, so the only curved fish would be these, really. I'm curious. Can I even place one of these over here? It looks like I can. I'm just going to keep catching cod and placing them there. I feel like that's the right step to take. Now let's see. This is probably too shallow. No, it's not. Okay, great. We'll go ahead and grab some more of these. We can sell these. Oops. And there you go. Place you right there. We depleted this spot. Perfect. Man, we're just kind of destroying the ecosystem here. That can't be good. I don't think we're going to have the proper, tools or the rod for that kind of fish. Let's see what we have here. It does look like an interactable item. The stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air. Around it, faint shapes dance upon its surface, vanishing before your eyes can focus on them. Place your hand on the stone. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. The cold stone. So maybe the stone would react if we have maybe a certain level of panic? There's something creepy over there with some red bubbles. Possibly an aberration. Well, that just went away. That disturbance went away, that little spot there where we were going to try and fish. What could this be? Don't have the proper equipment there. It looks like a whole boat might have crashed there, like possibly shipwrecked or something. Oh no, it's getting really dark and this is getting scary. Okay. I'm gonna need to circle around. This is terrifying. I am gonna go this way, actually. And I'm gonna hope that I don't crash into anything. Is that a rock? It is. It is so hard to see. Okay, I thought that was a rock too. I see one right here just jutting out on the surface. Looks like we're starting to panic. Our guy is very squeamish, it seems. There you go, we made it. Man, those rocks come out of nowhere. Oh, come on. I got hit. I was literally talking about the rock behind me, and then we have just one other that I crashed into directly. Lovely. That is always good. I wonder how many days we have, you know? I mean, it's day 2. The days go by incredibly quickly. I've had a special order come through from a customer. If you can fulfill it, I'll pay you above normal prices. Tell me about the order. They asked for 1 Gulf flounder and 1 gray eel. Just bring them in when you have them. You'll need to have a rod that can handle shallow water fish in order to catch those. The shipwright should be able to sort that for you. We'll go ahead and sell all the fish. $39.98, and the debt has adjusted by $7.05. The shipwright. Looks like we're going to be visiting the shipwright pretty much every night if we don't get back in time. So I need to go ahead and purchase something that can allow me to catch shallow water fish. Okay, that works for me. Oh, look at this. Day 3. A hunched woman approaches you from the steps to the lighthouse. She stops some distance away and looks at you with concern and visible apprehension. Why are you here? I've come to fish. There's nothing here for someone like you anymore. Do yourself a favor and move on. She turns and shuffles back along the path that leads to the light. Interesting. See what the mayor has to say. Just the person I was hoping to see. Will you be sailing out east towards Little Morrow? Would you give this package to the dock worker there, please? Sure. The mayor hands you a small, damp package bound in string. It's dripping slightly. The dock worker will pay you upon delivery. Please be quick about it. I don't want it to spoil. Don't forget to check your compass and map if you get lost. Oh, okay, so Little Morrow is just directly across. Okay. And then in terms of our pursuits, I say we go ahead and deliver the package. The package delivery. Mayor of Greater Morrow asked me to deliver a package to the dock worker at Little Morrow, which is to the east. The package feels quite dense and damp. Something is seeping through the paper. Curious, but I won't open it. Deliver the package to the dock worker at Little Morrow. Consider it done. No. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try and deliver this package. Should be directly across the way, which I'm assuming is right here. Little Morrow, if you will. They did say directly east, and that is where we're headed. On the way back, we'll collect some fish. It's crazy how much the time passes, you know? But time is actually very relative. If you look, when we're standing still, time slows down, or time almost completely stops. But when we move forward, time is moving very quickly. So time is truly relative in this game. That is very interesting. The more we move in terms of our traveling and progress we make, the quicker time goes. That's very interesting. The dock worker says, what, a delivery? Let's see here. He tears a small hole in the paper and peeks inside. Can't say for sure, but it feels as if though he's shielding it from your view. Yeah, nice and fresh. This will do nicely. I'm to pay you, I suppose. He hands you some money. You got $25 for that. I was given this old book a few weeks back, but it didn't make much sense to me. You'll surely get more use out of it than I will. He pulls a crumpled book from his back pocket and hands it to you. A number of the pages are folded over. Keep it in your cabin. Perhaps you can read it while you're on the water. Stop by for a chat anytime. I know how lonely it can be. Okay, cool. Sustainable fishing. Select as active but pastime to read. Okay. Cool. So there's books that we can read as well. So now we have to catch a Gulf flounder and a gray eel. We do have the appropriate rod for that, I believe. Let's go ahead and undock. And let's head that way. Alright, along the way we're going to catch as many fish as we can. Ooh, there you go. We can start fishing for some shallow fish. Now, this is probably a flounder. Yeah, it is. Okay. It looked like one to me. I wonder how much these are worth. Let's fish some more, shall we? We're going to need a Gulf eel. I wonder what the eels are going to look like. They're probably going to be like very snake-like, so I'm sure we can look at them from the silhouettes and figure out which one those are, right? Now I'm going to run this way and see if I can possibly capture an eel, which I would imagine would be over here. Oh, this is definitely an eel. It's got to be. Whoa. I was not expecting that. There we have it. There we have it. Okay, cool. Let's go and return to the fishmonger. I'm going to go a little earlier today, only because I do want to get rid of the fish that we just captured, make sure they're still fresh. And then I would like to go figure out that puzzle. We're docking right now. We'll go to the fishmonger and complete that quest. I do. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the order on ice until it's all ready to go. Nice. So in the event that we actually needed to capture one and then find another, he can keep it on ice, which would seem to me to keep them fresh. The fishmonger wraps up the fish and hands you some money. We have $52.39. Good. They should be pleased with these. I've got another order here. This one's a little more curious. They want a couple of squid and a whole black grouper. Don't see many people fishing squid these days. They only feed at night. And well, you know what nights are like around here. Good luck. That's creepy. If you're ever hunting for specific species, check your encyclopedia. It could have the information you need. And it's getting dark. It's never a good thing. There's some squid right there. Perfect. This is great. Oh my gosh. A brood squid. That is creepy looking. The sound effects don't help any. That should be very special. I think that's fine. I'm happy with that. We do need to return, and I am looking for the lighthouse. Okay. Will I bump into a rock that magically appears out of nowhere? I just might. Let's return to the dock. Have you got any fish for that order? Yes. Just leave whatever you have here. I'll keep the rest on ice. Alright, so we have 2 of these bad boys. And this is the black grouper. Okay, it's a shallow type fish. Alright. What exactly is this? Tentacles sprout from a glowing core inside a gelatinous sac. Other cores lay dormant alongside. Like, what the heck is that? It is interesting. Alright, regular business it is. You hand the grotesque fish to the fishmonger. He grins, raising the fish up to his face before inhaling a deep, stuttering breath. Now this is the sort of specimen to liven up my day. I wonder. He runs his fingers firmly along the length of the fish, as though feeling for something. He pushes from one side of its stomach, and a small shape can be seen against the bulging scales. He slices the fish open. From its stomach he pulls a small piece of fabric and spreads it on the counter. It's a delicately patterned handkerchief. Well, I've never seen that before in all my days. I'll give you this thing, and I'll pay you for the fish too, of course. It's not the first corrupted fish I've seen in these parts, so I'm sure you'll find more before too long. I'll pay you well if you find any more. Interesting. Okay. A handkerchief. A once beautiful handkerchief drawn from the insides of a grotesque fish, patterned with a delicate crimson thread. Wow. Okay, that is incredible. We could sell all the fish. Now we have $200, and our debt has been adjusted even further. I'm so curious as to what we're supposed to do with the thread, or the handkerchief. A man is looking at you through your cabin window. His face is mostly in shadow. I know what you took to the fishmonger, and I'll be clear. I know he extracted an artifact from it. I need to inspect it, but not here. Meet me on Blackstone Isle. Head out of this bay and cut south. I have a business proposition that you'll want to hear. I'll be waiting. Oh well, the plot thickens. Things are getting really, really interesting. Okay, just south of Greater Morrow, technically southeast, we're going to find, I'm assuming, that Black Isle. So we caught a strange looking fish, never seen anything like it all my years. It died as soon as it was pulled from the water, but its scales are still pulsing with a strange rhythm. Don't want to handle it anymore. Have headache and ears are ringing slightly. Maybe the fishmonger at Greater Morrow would know more. That is insane. So we've been approached by a mysterious man that wants to meet at Blackstone Isle, and we'll do just that. So let's go ahead and rest. We don't want to be venturing out at night, that's for sure. We'll undock. As soon as we leave the bay, we'll be able to head to this island. I'm assuming it's the one directly to our right, which should be southeast of here. But before we do that, let's go ahead and grab this message in a bottle. Apparently there's only 12, so... The 21st of August, 1927. Let's see if we can interact with this rock face here. The stone hums quietly. It's the same thing as last time. It's not responding to our touch yet. I bet we're going to be able to change that very soon. Seems to be some strange fish over there as well. Alright, how do we safely dock here? Very good. Let's see here. We can go to the ruined mansion. We've arrived at Blackstone Isle. This is Thursday, day 4. The man is standing in a doorway, watching your approach. He's holding an old book in one hand. It's bound in crimson with silver ribbons. You came. Good. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a collector of many things. Art and artifacts, treasures and truths, and curios that occupy the periphery of desire. And you have something for me. You give the handkerchief to the collector. He holds it up to the flickering light and studies it. These patterns are unmistakable. Even after all this time, this handkerchief comes from an old ship I've been searching for. It sank many years ago. It carried items of great importance. As you can imagine, retrieving them is proving to be challenging. That's where you come in. My proposition is this. I will outfit your vessel with equipment that will let you dredge the wrecks in dark depths. Find me these lost relics, and I will reward you in ways beyond all imagining. You need not give up your fishing career. I'll merely need a few hours with your vessel to make the necessary alterations. What do you say? I accept. An excellent decision. I'll prepare the equipment immediately. The dredge crane has been added. The relics we're looking for are a ring, a necklace, a watch, and a music box and key. I would encourage you to ask around the towns about shipwrecks or other strange occurrences. Anything that might be worth investigating. Return when you have something. Okay. Excellent. We'll sit tight for a minute. I am going to look at what additional messages we picked up. So we have the 21st of August. It says, we had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of Greater Morrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but it jostled us around, and a few items fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were, which is of some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He has been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He is paranoid that he performed the steps incorrectly. I have never known him to be so superstitious. Now, it is pretty common that sailors and, people that just, drive boats or ships, if you will, they are typically quite superstitious. I guarantee it has to do with some of that memorabilia she kept from the previous name. So now we have a new quest. It's even colored differently. It's called Search for Relics. Collector has installed dredging equipment on my boat. I'm to locate some relics for him. He said he'll reward me well for any I return to him at Blackstone Isle. Checking out shipwrecks and the like would be a good place to start. He mentioned that the locals might be able to point me to some. Cool, alright. That's excellent. So now we can go ahead and move forward. There was a shipwreck actually over on this other side, I recall specifically. On our way back, let's go ahead and see if we can capture some fish. Excellent. Excellent. Got another trophy. Trophy fish. Okay, we depleted that spot. That's perfect, because I do want to place some more fish into that area. I have no clue what this is, but it doesn't seem like actual fish. There you go. We can start dredging now. I'm not sure what to do. Oh, I have to change lanes to avoid gaps. I see. Well, so much for that mini game. It certainly didn't tell me how to do it. We did find the ring. I'm not sure if this is the ring, but it certainly is a ring. Darn. I really don't want to be out here at night. That's the scary thing. And the fish are likely to die. Darn. I'm going to have to start getting braver, aren't I? And venturing out into the night. Matter of fact, we're going to do that right now. Instead of returning, we are going to face our fears and just head around the corner. There should be that strange little relic that I'm looking for. But again, it seems like the rocks just appear out of nowhere. There's another ship. You're kidding. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That can't be okay. No, no, no. We're going back. Oh my gosh, where's the lighthouse? That was insane. I'm dead. Your ship is dashed to pieces. You slip beneath the surface and join the uncountable souls lost in the depths. Well, that just happened. That is incredible. This game is definitely one that I would strongly recommend. If you are into any kind of Lovecraftian type horror or any kind of mysteries, just being able to explore a world that is very, very interesting. I would strongly recommend and suggest this game. It's incredible. I am going to actually do everything I can to get my hands on the full version myself, and if you too are interested, please be sure to check out the link in the description down below. This is a game that I will certainly try and feature on my main channel, and if you guys also want to see a playthrough of it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.